So this is for everyone out there who thinks Africa is a country. Africa is not a country. Africa is a continent with so many countries inside. Just ask a straight question, you get an answer. Are you a refugee or not? Yes, I'm a refugee. No, I'm not a refugee. Full stop. I'm not saying everyone who's watching this or everyone in Germany is ignorant. Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Annabelle. To those who are new to this channel and to those who've always been there, welcome back. Thank you guys for clicking this video, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so that you can be notified every time I'm posting a video. Today's video is about weird questions that have been asked in German. In fact, it's not about only me, because I sent out this question to most of my friends who are living in Germany, and I asked them, what are the weird things that you've been asked, because I didn't want this video to be only about me because it was going to be biased. So I asked a lot of my friends who are also from Kenya, from Uganda, and from Ghana, from Zimbabwe also, to tell me the weird questions that they've been asked ever since they started living in Germany. And so this is what we are going to talk about. Before we start this video, I want you guys to understand that I really don't have a problem with anyone asking me about my country or about Africa at large or about where I come from. But I have a problem when people can't formulate their questions in a proper way. And then one other thing that I want to address is, I'm not saying everyone who's watching this or everyone in Germany is ignorant. I would also like to blame maybe more of social media, because every time you see pictures about Africa, they're always about this child who have a running nose and walking barefoot with such a big stomach. Yes, it's okay. Maybe it's happening somewhere in Africa, because people also have to market their organizations or anything that are helping Africa. I don't have a problem with that, but I also think that this social media is also brainwashing people here in Germany about the view of Africa in general. And I also don't blame people sometimes, and this is why I'm okay with people asking and getting the right answers from people who are really coming from Africa. I don't have a problem with that. So Germans, please don't get this whole thing wrong. It's just about a few people, in 0.0001% of people that I know in Germany, of course, that were asking these weird questions. And I'm sure, including my friends' opinions also that were asked, it will not make it to even a percent. It's 0.00 whatever percent that we are going to talk about. And so I hope this video doesn't make anyone upset or anything. It's also real things that we got asked about, and it's also maybe a video to make you guys realize how what some of you guys think about Africans. So it's not really intended to make anyone upset. I'm sorry if you're not going to understand it, but I hope you just get it right. This is actually the truth. These questions happen. These questions are the questions that we received as Africans who are living here in Germany. Remember, this is real life with Bella. We are not talking about anything that is not happening. We are talking about real stuff. So I hope you don't get offended about this video. You just go with the flow and learn something. Learn that Africa is, for example, not a country. Africa is a continent. So let's start this video, guys. So the first thing that we want to talk about is not really a question. It's I don't know how I can define it, but it's okay. I'll just talk about it. So my friend, they once introduced me to the other friends, like, hi, meet my friend Annabelle, she's from Africa. And then I was actually expecting that they will just introduce me more, like the sentence will continue, she's from Africa in Zimbabwe, or she's from Zimbabwe in Africa, but the sentence ended on, meet my friend, she's from Africa. And to myself, I was thinking, like, Africa is not a country. I'm not from Africa. I'm actually from Zimbabwe, and Zimbabwe is in Africa. First of all, Africa is not a country. Africa is a continent. So I'm not going around introducing my husband in Africa and telling them, hi, meet my husband, he's from Europe. No, I'll just say, hi, meet my husband, he's from Germany. So I don't understand why people would introduce me, or why my friend would introduce me as she's from Africa, because Africa is big. The second typical question is always about, hi, you're from Africa, right? Yeah, I'm from Africa. I'm from Zimbabwe, actually. Ah, you're from Zimbabwe? Interesting. I have a friend of mine who's in Nigeria, who lives in Nigeria. Do you know them? And then I'm like, okay. I live in Zimbabwe, right here, and Nigeria is up there in the northern part of Africa, and I'm supposed to know someone. Like, how is this working, guys? Like, can you explain to me if you understand this? Comment down below if you've been asked such a question in Europe, wherever you are. This goes back to the fact that people think that Africa is a country. No, Africa is very big. Like, I cannot know someone who's in Nigeria. I don't know whether it's how many kilometers away, more than 800 kilometers away from Zimbabwe. Like, it's very far. I'm not going around asking people, you're from Germany, I have a friend of mine in Spain, do you know them? I think that's very insane. But these are the questions that I've been asked personally, and I think, yeah, I don't know what to think. I really think maybe it's ignorance, or people just don't want to know. Like, Africa is big. Africa is a big continent. Like, I cannot know someone who's from Nigeria. The third question is always about, hi guys, you're from Africa, right? Yeah, it's always like, I'm saying it as it is. It's always like, you're from Africa, yeah? You're from Africa, right? Yeah, I'm from Africa. So I have a question. Can I ask you something? And like, yeah, you can ask, yeah. And then they'll be like, do you guys in Africa have like houses? Like, do you live in houses, in flats like ours in Germany? And then I'm like, no, we live in trees. I mean, what kind of a question is that? So it's always like, do you guys have houses? Do you guys live like, where do you live? Do we have people who still live in trees? I don't know. The next question is, okay, just because people think Africa is a country. A friend of mine came to me someday and said to me, hi Annabelle, I have a friend of mine who's from Ghana, and she doesn't really speak German. Can you please translate for me? Like, I'm sure you speak the same language. In Zimbabwe alone, we have about 16 different languages. How am I supposed to know the languages from Ghana? Like, I don't speak Ghanaian. Like, I don't know how many languages they have. I don't even speak 16 languages from my country. I speak maybe 2 or 3 from all those. So how am I supposed to speak the same language like the people from Ghana? I'm not asking someone from Germany to say, oh, hey, I have a friend of mine from Spain. Can you please translate? Because I'm sure German and Spanish, Deutsch and Spanish is actually the same thing. No, I don't do that because, you know, I read and understand. Africa has a whole lot of different languages. I don't know. Countries like Nigeria have about 200 different languages or more. Comment down below if you're Nigerian and tell me how many languages you have in your country. So we cannot speak the same language. Like, then there's this question, I don't know, maybe it's related with the fact that Germany has a lot of refugees, and they've been having maybe a lot of refugees coming in since 2015, or I don't know, or maybe or already before they had refugees. It's okay. But I got this question that says, like, I find it weird, like how people formulate this question, like how someone formulated this question. For example, okay, not for example, like this is how they formulated this question. How dangerous was it for you to travel to Germany? Like, how did you travel to Germany? What dangers did you face? Okay, nobody is asking me. Like a normal question would be, how did you come to Germany? Not like, what dangers did you go through? Like, why beating about the bush? At least you just ask me, are you a refugee or not? Then I'll say yes or no. I think one thing that most people don't know is that asking doesn't kill. Like, don't be afraid to ask anything. If you want to know something, just general in life, just ask, you get the answers. Don't beat about the bush and act like you know and act like you're not sure. The next question is about hair, guys. I don't know. Before I had dreadlocks, right? I had to hear a lot about this question. Like, not for example, because these are things that happened. I go to work today with this short hair, or I walk outside the street today with my short dreadlocks, right? And then tomorrow someone sees me, or tomorrow I decide to put a long wig, like straight hair that touches my ass or anything. And then you get someone touching your hair. They saw you yesterday with your short dreadlocks, like dreadlocked, and then tomorrow when you get into your office with your long hair, straight hair, they start touching it. Is this your natural hair? I'm like, seriously? Can I touch your hair? Is this your natural hair? How did my hair grow from this short to this long overnight? Like, how is this possible? How can I wake up with such straight hair? Does hair grow that long overnight? I don't know. There's questions, weird questions. When I say weird questions, I really mean it. Like, maybe people are also afraid of just coming clean and say, your fake hair really looks nice, or can I just touch your fake hair? I would understand. Okay, I know, guys, that Africa is well known for wild animals, the big five, the elephants and the lions and all that. But I didn't expect people here in Germany, at least, to think that Africans live with elephants and lions on their houses. Like, correct me if I'm wrong. How does someone come to think of people living with lions? You can read everywhere, you can see everywhere that lions are dangerous. And then you get someone asking you, so do you guys have lions or elephants as pets? Or do you guys live with animals? Or do you guys, how does it work with elephants and snakes? Do you live with them? Like, do you see them more often? Like, what kind of a question is that? How can someone live with elephant as a pet? How can someone have elephants in their houses? How can someone wake up and have a python in their couch and start cuddling? The English word is cuddling, and start cuddling with a lion. I mean, these animals are dangerous. Everyone knows about it. Everyone is reading about it. The big five as pets. Do people in Africa wear clothes? What do you guys wear in Africa? Like, we walk naked. We walk around with our everything hanging outside, because why would we have clothes? Why are you not wearing long skirts? Because I thought Africans only wear long skirts. Like, why can't one try to formulate their question in a better way? Like, these are the most weirdest things I've ever heard in my life. Like, Africans walk around naked. They don't wear anything. Not Zimbabweans, not Ghanaians, not South Africans, because Africa itself has a whole lot of different cultures. It could be that there's a country in Africa where people walk naked, but because people don't specify where exactly do they mean when they say Africa, it makes everything weird. Because I'm like, okay, maybe in my culture I don't walk around naked, but maybe in Ethiopia they do. Maybe if you'd have specified your question, maybe I could have said it. I could have answered it better. Maybe if you could have said, do Zimbabweans wear clothes? Do South Africans wear clothes? Do Ethiopians walk around naked? Do Nigerians walk around naked? Like, not just like, do people wear clothes in Africa? Yeah, in this one small little Africa. guys, I've come to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed watching, and I'll see you guys on my next video. Please comment down below and let me know what you think of these weird questions that we got asked. But yeah, I hope you enjoy. I'll see you on my next video. Bye.